Here in Steamit Land, this is Bluer Than Green, reporting live from the Survival Podcast headquarters deep in the heart of Fort Worth, Texas. Been wanting to come to this place for many years now, and I'm here. Got to meet Jack Spirko himself, a bunch of other really cool people, some fellow Steamians, which I've already posted about. And right now I just want to take you on a quick tour of Jack's 3-acre property here, where he is quasi-urban homesteading. I always assumed his property was farther out in the country, but it's really not. Air Force Base isn't that far away. Jets are flying overhead all the time. Vehicles, he's right off the highway, vehicles are going by. This very unassuming property, yet it is full. I mean full, chock full of life. He's probably planted well over 400, 500 trees, made swales. He's got a good 60 or 70 ducks, turkeys roaming around. One right here right now is walking up next to me. Big old Tom. One coming up behind me. A couple females laying around getting ready to graduate here for Thanksgiving. But anyways, just kind of let you pan around here as I walk. Bunch of trees in the background, swales there. I'll take you around to the apiary here in a little bit. Actually, I'll walk there first. Not really learning as much as I thought I would with the seminars. That's a lot of information that I already knew. Seminars, or the presenters do a good job for sure, but the information they're able to give and the time that they're allotted is actually very shallow. Most of the time has been spent talking with other people, just learning about their journeys, their lives, what has brought them to the point now where they would consider themselves to be preppers or survivalists or homesteaders. And a lot of the same reasons that brought them to where they're at right now is the same reasons I share. So it's a common thing. That's why the prepper, homesteading, survivalist market has been a booming market over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I think it's starting to ebb now a little bit, but it really shouldn't, because we are facing dangers like we've never faced before. And if we live our lives with our heads in the sand, like a proverbial ostrich, which they really don't do that, by the way, we'll never be able to withstand the day of trouble when it comes. There's a proverb that says, if you see danger coming from afar, it is prudent to hide yourself from that day of evil, to hide yourself from it. And I think that is the whole crux of why I prepped, feeling the need to prepare my family, to help my family survive whatever may come, whether it be a small disaster or a big disaster. At first it was more just the big disasters, the impending economic collapse, learning about the monetary system, learning about the food supply, the vaccinations, global agendas for world government. All those things kind of got me into the space of prepping. But what has kept me there is Jack Spirko's modern survivalism methodology, where you prepare for the most mundane things, and if you do that, you'll be prepared for the more bigger things. Because ultimately, when the bigger things happen, there's really not much we can do about it if we don't first have our food and water taken care of, or have knowledge of how to take care of ourselves with herbs and local medicines we can grow ourselves, water storage, the basics of prepping, and then also as animal husbandry, just being able to raise our own food source, and also using those animals to help us grow plants better. So you see behind me here is Jack Spirko's aviary, which he's already chronicled himself and documented on his YouTube channel. Inside of here he's got Japanese quail, Cornix quail, a few chickens, and he's got an aquaponic system with fish inside the tanks. This is a pretty cool setup here that I'm hoping to replicate on some scale down the line. I'm not quite ready to do aquaponics yet, but the more I see it and the more I see how he has it set up, it gets pretty exciting. Pretty cool. See the cute little guys. I'll try and focus the camera in on it. Quail are a fast yielding meat source. They don't eat a whole lot. They grow really fast. They gestate really fast with their eggs, so you can produce a lot of them with very minimal inputs. Over here is what I'll be trying to put into my property here in the near future. Is my very first swale. You can see it's a ditch on contour. Try and be as flat as possible, so when the rain comes, I mean, this is flat ground here too. This is a pancake of a ground here in Texas. But when the rain comes, see that water sitting in there? It hasn't rained since I've been down here, but it rained right before I got here. And that water's still in there, and that shows that this ground is well hydrated. And you look at all these different plant types here, even this one right here. The famous and infamous black locust. It's got thorns on it. This tree here is a nitrogen fixing beast. That's why he's got so many of them along here as support species trees to help the other species of trees that will be mainstay trees that will be here for generations to come. These eventually will all get cut down after they have done their job to help support the main species trees grow up and be strong and vigorous. Because these trees, they fix nitrogen in the soil onto their root nodules. And as there's micro highways made through the root systems, through mycelium, the different bacterial and mitochondrial connections, they can exchange nutrients. And fruit trees, nuts trees, they love nitrogen. These plants pull it out of the air, bring it down to their roots, make it bioavailable for the other plants. See here, got a fig tree, had a little bit of frost. See what it did here? Killing it off, but it's a nice vigorous strong fig. There's some figs up here, right here. Beautiful. And of course the ducks adding their own fertilizer to this whole setup. Behind the trees here, right through here, is a homemade aquaponic system. Another aquaponic system right here, connected in over there and over there. Growing all kinds of awesome things in the water. So, wanted to give you a quick tour of this homestead here. I know it's hard to see, but it's not big, but it is jam-packed with life. This is the aquaponic system right here. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bluer Than Green out.